Welcome to Couple with Ben podcast. I am Ben reporting live at a coffee shop in the city of San Francisco, reporting Dominic, the food reviewer, a local food reviewer in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Thank you for taking the time for me to interview you.
It's such an absolute pleasure for you to have me. I extremely appreciate this so much. How is the beautiful day going for you so far?
It's going
If I
great.
can ask.
I did a Talk Report podcast a few hours ago, and that's just one of the other podcasts I did along with Couple with Ben.
That is out of this world. I'm super proud of you. I am so proud of you.
Okay, so the first question is, when did you start your restaurant reviews, and how did you get started?
I started my food reviews, restaurant reviews in April of 2019. And when I was in middle school, one of my teachers suggested me to start a food review page. I used to be a very shy in middle school and back then. And she recommended to start a food review page because I have such a deep passion for talking about all my local restaurant visits and ethnic cultures and traveling throughout the beautiful and pretty world that's the best, that rocks.
That's cool. See, when I heard about you the first time, I thought you started it in high school. I never knew that you started it before you got into high school.
Oh, this was a long time ago. It's been over 5 years
Nice.
since April of 2019.
In the years of food reviewing, have you ever had a bad review or a negative experience at a restaurant?
No, I have not. Usually when I go to a restaurant, maybe there has been a couple throughout the years, maybe one or two. I don't do the food review at all if I don't like it at all. When I travel on my adventures and specialty experiences and delicious food adventures.
So, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So the process of how it works when I go on a food review, I sometimes the restaurant might reach out to me on maybe Facebook Messenger or Instagram, or they might email me from my MacBook Air computer on email messenger.
Okay. Next. What is your favorite review have you done in the past?
Wow, that is a tough one. That is super tough. Let's see. I have quite a lot of them. I gotta say, definitely a steakhouse that's located downtown right on Michigan Street that I tried this way past year. It's called Rare Steakhouse. And the chef there was extremely welcoming and super talented and very passionate about his culinary history and his cooking and building connections throughout the hospitality and community and making brand new friends. His name is Chef Todd at Rare Steakhouse. And their steak, I ordered the New York strip, and then this big, humongous block of a steak, a Himalayan block steak, which is a steak that was perfectly seasoned with Wagyu beef, one of the most expensive steaks you can get out there in the world.
Sounds amazing. How do you find out about a restaurant to review? Does your band tell you, or do the restaurants reach out to you?
Sometimes the restaurants there's different processes how it works. Sometimes the local restaurant entrepreneurs or local hospitality businesses will reach out to me and say, we would love to have you come by the restaurant and try our delicious and extra appetizing ethnic local cuisines and getting the pleasure to meet you. And I extremely enjoy your inspiration and food reviews and writing that you do for all the culinary and local hospitality throughout the whole entire state or beautiful city of the colorful Milwaukee.
Amazing. Have you ever reviewed a restaurant or in a different state or even in a different country outside the U.S.?
I have definitely a very exotic experience of a restaurant. A couple of years ago, about almost 2.5 years ago, I got the opportunity to go to Stockholm, Sweden on a humongous airplane. We went from the Chicago O'Hare International Airport, from John F. Kennedy Airport, to all the way to the beautiful and historical and food town of Stockholm, Sweden. And I got the opportunity to try a specialty dish. It has to do with seafood. It's called pickled herring. I tried 5 different kinds of pickled herring on a humongous dish that was perfectly succulent, and it tasted like it was like right out of the ocean when I took my first bite of it of all time.
Yeah, I went to Wetherspoon in the United Kingdom when I went there last year, and I flew out of O'Hare and I landed at Heathrow Airport, and I actually went to the United Kingdom and had some of their food. It was pretty good.
I gotta definitely travel to the United Kingdom. I'm gonna put that definitely on my list of foodie countries to try and experience the walks of life, which is my all-time favorite parts about the history and walks of life in different cities and countries that I get the opportunity to visit.
What do you enjoy the most about being a foodie?
I enjoy thank you so much for asking. The most part I think I would enjoy doing as a food reviewer is making more connections and building connections and networking throughout the community and getting the opportunity to meet new chefs or owners or managers of different restaurants and having friends and family come along on my specialty and unique and very fascinated till no end experiences at all the different local restaurants that I get the chance to visit.
Have you ever reviewed a business that was not a restaurant?
Ooh, let's see. I'm trying to think. That is an out of this world question. I have so I enjoy fishing. I have done a business. I was in a boat club for a couple of years. One of my all-time favorite hobbies is fishing with food mixed into it as a passion. This is more of a hobby, so I have this is a local business. It's located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's called Water's Edge Boat Club. And I have done a non-food review about it, about my fishing experiences and what I have caught while I was in the boat club along the breathtaking views of Milwaukee Lake and getting the opportunity to meet the operators and the boat dock managers and ask them about how the history got started and what they extremely enjoy about fishing and how much fish they have caught and using their muscles to reel it in.
Is there anything new and exciting coming to your food?
I've a lot of exciting projects that are coming to my food reviews. So I have been partnering with a Wisconsin based supper club business. It's called, the name of it is called the Wisconsin Supper Club Chasers. I actually went, in fact, I went on a food review with them back in May, late spring, to a restaurant that's located along Big Muskego Lake. It's called Bass Bay Brew House and the Ad Mauer Banquet Hall, where you can have special occasions, including banquets, birthday parties, or maybe weddings that are extremely unique and such super peaceful.
How can people find out about your restaurant reviews and maybe who are traveling to Milwaukee on vacation / holiday that want to find an amazing restaurant to eat?
Oh, I would say definitely. You can find me on platforms, including for my food review page on Facebook, Instagram, and I have a YouTube channel where I do slideshow talkover videos about my food travels and local ethnic experiences, and getting the pleasure to connect with different chefs and restaurant owners and managers and so much more, and going with different supporters out to eat, which is such an absolute hoot to do always and once in a great while.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much. I extremely appreciate that.
Is there anything else you want to add to the program, or any more information about your hospitality, or anything about your reviews that you want people to know about?
I would love to, definitely. I do a food reviews. Each restaurant, I might post a food review 2 times during the summer seasons, the beautiful and bright summer seasons, and then more getting into late fall and early winter. I do a food review once a week. And I'm super pumped to be working on a lot of projects. I'm going to be working on a 125 top list of coupons of restaurants that I have visited throughout the years that I have been doing positive food reviews and making connections and networking with different people throughout the local community.
So it sounds like you have like a schedule or some kind of planner that you will keep track of everything, or how do you do it?
Thank you so much for asking, Ben. Usually I have a calendar that I have a computer. It's called a MacBook Air design computer, and it's very modern. It's Apple based, and I have a calendar where I type what restaurants I'm going to be traveling to and what times I'm supposed to be there at, and what days. I have a planner, and I print each month out what I'm going to be doing, and definitely festivals that are super unique to visit, and the walks of life where you can see everybody walking around trying super delicious and very flavorful local ethnic cuisines from maybe different food trucks or operators or different local chefs in the talented city that have a startup concept that they are very passionate about with all their hearts.
I've seen a lot of your pictures on Facebook of you at Summerfest, and we know you'll probably be at Summerfest next weekend and maybe the Wisconsin State Fair in August.
I enjoy the festivals. My all-time favorite about the Wisconsin State Fair Park are trying all the different Sporky winners. That is my all-time go-to, to try different exotic and creative, colorful foods. One year, I got the chance to try what's called a dill pickle donut, and it has white cream cheese sauce all over it, with pickles to touch it out and up to the colorful and perfectly presented dish. And when I took my first bite of that, it had a perfect dill flavor, and that creamy texture that I got out of it just melted right into my mouth right away.
I had the donut burger at the Wisconsin State Fair a few years ago, and it was a lot smaller than I pictured it. I thought it was going to be bigger. And no, it was small. I was like, oh, really?
How was it? What was
It
the
was
flavors like? What could you get out of the flavors?
Donut from the Krispy Kreme, cut in half, and you had a hamburger patty in the middle. And that was the only exotic food I tried. I haven't had much luck of finding all those different places on that little map they have. But hopefully this year I can try it out and put it on the air.
Oh, it's the best. I gotta try that burger, that donut burger. That sounds very
Hopefully they will have
interesting.
it this year, but I'm not sure if the points, and it might have been only a one-time thing.
Oh, which vendor? What did you get the sweet and savory donut burger at?
I don't remember, but it was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. So.
Oh, I'm gonna have to research it or ask recommendations where I should order the donut burger at. That's super sweet and very perfectly presented till no end.
Yeah, I'm going to be live at German Fest next weekend and be experiencing German Fest, putting that out on the air as well.
I'm definitely gonna head out German Fest and dance to a lot of authentic German music and eat a lot of stuffed cabbage, German sausages from all over the Wisconsin-based sausage companies and brands. It has a perfect, unique, and the tomato ketchup and the sauerkraut makes it perfectly sour.
So what was your fire department reviews like? Because I noticed on Facebook you went to some fire departments around the area. So what was that like?
That was one of my, so how I got that inspiration, that's a story also that's very interesting and positive and also has to do with building connections. So my dad, in fact, used to be a firefighter up at the 128th Mitchell Airport air refueling wing for 20 years. And I would go and visit his fire department with his firefighter best friends, and we would cook. And the firefighters are the best cooks, I have to say, in the world. And I would get the chance to ask them how they got started being a firefighter, or what is their all-time go-to favorite dish to cook, or local ethnic-based dish or what is their favorite parts or details about spending time with their families. So I got a lot of inspiration from that inspiration from my dad's air refueling Wayne Fire Department. And I was thinking about going out in the local community and branching out a tiny bit and traveling to different fire stations and getting the chance to meet the firefighters and help them with cooking and getting the chance to know them and what their favorite passions are all about throughout the community and what their all-time favorite details are about being a servant and firefighter and helping throughout the community, which is so important for all of us and what they do as a career and honoring them as firefighters.
That's awesome. So thank you for taking the time today for me to interview you and find out more about your travel, about your food review. Hey, something new. Why not? Don't worry, I got my trap report podcast name from the National Highway in UK when I asked them.
That's interesting. That's an interesting inspiration element.
Yeah.
Element. I love doing this podcast so much. You're so positive and so upbeat and have so much positive energy. And I'm so proud of you where you're taking your passion by one step at a time. It rocks and it's the best ever in the world.
So you can find out more about Dominic Food Reviewers on Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube. And I'll have a link underneath this podcast and also a blog later on today. Thank you for tuning in to Couple with Ben podcast. Thank you, Dominic, for taking the time out of your day to let me interview you in the beautiful St. Francis, right by the beautiful Lake Michigan. And you can head on over to this coffee shop that's in St. Francis for really great coffee and free Wi-Fi. Thanks for listening. Have a lovely day.